Welcome, friends. So this is a recording that I did yesterday on my phone, actually. So the audio is not amazing, but I wanted to offer this up in its purest form. I have tried my best to edit out wind and other noises, but it also shows this process that I flow through at times when I'm in contemplation and I can feel there's this knowing that there's a thread to be pulled on. And as I sit in contemplation of it, it brings me into a channeling state. And that's just one way it comes for me. And I'm wanting to share this just again to take you through my own journey of this as I develop my channel, as I move through the reclaiming of self. So, this message was really interesting because it's all about presence, which, funny enough, a year ago today, the presence program started coming through. And it was the first time that I vocally channeled and was aware of what was happening because it had been happening, but I didn't know that I was channeling. And I have a lot of new blog posts and a lot coming up the pipeline around presence. So be sure to check out my blog. I'll link it in the description. So I haven't had a ton of videos lately. I've been really doing a lot more writing and creating. I also have a new free space called Connections where I'm putting the presence program and content around it in it. But my understanding that from the get was the presence program will be free and simple. It's kind of these short tenets that you can go deeper and deeper and deeper into contemplation with, as well as accompanying breath practice. And then this, I don't even know how to describe it. It's an exercise that they've been taking me through in so many different ways, and I'll share it once I feel ready. But you can definitely check out the free space Connections, and I will link that in the description. And so this channeling was really interesting because I started sitting with this idea that the last 2 days at the time of that recording had felt like, 2 weeks. I couldn't even really pinpoint a timing. It didn't feel like 2 days. So much had happened. And so as I sat in contemplation with that and pulled on the thread, it began flowing into this teaching. Again, it's a way of perceiving. I'm not saying this is how it is, right? Again, this is just a way of perceiving things. It spoke of presence and really shifting the paradigms and the constructs of society through presence, and how this will shift. And for those that move into a state of presence, that it will not only shift the species, it can shift the chakra system, which a lot more information has been coming through around that, and I expect a lot more, so I will share that in time. The chakra system, the physiology, the biology, all of it will shift, which so many people are speaking of, this changing of the species. It also speaks to the splitting of the timelines, all through the understanding of presence. So I'm going to share that with you now. Again, it is done on my phone and I'm outside. I've done my best to clean up the audio, but I really wanted you to be in the energy of the actual transmission. So until next time, friends, stay curious. I was just reflecting back how since yesterday, it's felt like weeks with Pepper and in my own little exploration journey, and how time is an experience. It's not a concrete construct. It's only a concrete construct in one's belief of it as such. But time is an experience. And when you're in the present moment, when you're in the flow, time can feel like it's moving very quickly and yet also moving very slowly in actual linear time. Thereby one can have a short life in years, but experience lifetimes and lifetimes of experiences and understandings and knowings. Thereby even a young being can be a wise being because they have always been truly present, and that's how we can raise the future as being present, and that will also impact the consciousness of the planet. So practicing patience and presence and trust and acceptance and gratitude, compassion, now will help to set up a framework in which that is how society operates as a species, thereby creating a new species, whereas everything will adapt and shift as people move into more presence. And we may have the same world, but the experience of it will be very different as different access points to different dimensions of understanding and seeing and experiencing reveal themselves as the consciousness lifts to a frequency that can attune to them. Thereby a species can shift through presence. The biology can shift. Everything can shift once the consciousness and frequency shifts. The physical, biological species is governed by consciousness, but in a way where it is programmed to operate within a certain environment and conditions, knowing though that there is always a factory reset in a sense of when you can return to self. It is like this factory reset where the chakra system returns to its causal state of being, thereby allowing the energy body to be in its causal state of being on this state of wholeness. And over time that shifts the physicality of the body and the biology of the body, the experience of the body. Though it may look the same to one that doesn't understand or see that level of frequency or dimensionality, it will almost be as if people are living in two different worlds, and that is a way of conceptualizing the splitting that so many people are speaking of, and the shifting of the species, and the lifting of the consciousness can be seen through the lens of presence. It can be seen through many lenses, as there are many paths of the mountain.